What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. In this one, we're hopefully going to be riding the Pokemon Pocket Bike again for the first time in over a year. So let's get started. So if you guys remember the story with the Pokemon Pocket Bike being disabled pretty much, we had a weird freak accident happen where an N2O cartridge ricocheted off of the ground and punctured the metal tank right here. I had some flex tape on it. This is still the original flex tape from probably close to a year now ago, and I just have been dealing with other projects for the channel, and so now it's about time that I kind of fix it up again and get this thing on the road, see if she still runs good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel the old flex tape off here, and I think mainly what happened why it failed is this bike sits in a pretty humid garage in the summertime at least, and it just sort of started to melt this adhesive down the tank pretty much, and you can see the puncture right there. Alright, so I'm just finishing up that getting the old adhesive off there, and it's actually coming out pretty well. We're getting close to being able to put a new one on here, so definitely a lot smoother than I thought that it was going to come off. Alright guys, so I cut a new patch out here and just getting ready to apply it. At least this tank is pretty good for actually patching. It's not a weird shape or anything. Wow. You guys just saw it happen right there. Wow. Alright guys, it is a few days later, and so now that the pull string came off of the bike, I'm gonna have to take off the entire gas tank here and fix this. The good thing is it looks like it didn't break. It looks like it just slipped through this knot. I might just have to double this up a little bit more, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing an official fix on this now since I have to take off the gas tank anyways. Screw the flex tape since it doesn't hold, you know, it's not gonna hold for life, so I'm gonna try some brazing on that, and hopefully I can get that permanently fixed up. And then we will ride this bike again, I promise you that. Alright guys, so I got the newer flex tape off now. Here's the crack again, and I'm going to try to push it out a little bit so that it's not punctured in so far. That'll just create a little bit better seal, and then I've got the brazing I'm going to heat up and try to do it myself. Alright, so I hope everyone could kind of catch how I was doing that, but basically this crack right here was pushed in a lot, and now it's pretty much even with the other cracks. And I actually put a flashlight directly on this spot in a dark room inside, and there's only a tiny light going through. It's probably just the center of it right there. So now I'm going to use my aluminum brazing to just kind of fill it a little bit, but probably even if I left it like this, it would be a lot more improved and just a really slow leak rather than just flowing out kind of like how it was before. Alright guys, so there was just a bunch that happened when I stopped filming there, so I'm just going to go over it right now. Alright, so basically, moral of the story is never let Dylan patch any kind of hole, because check out what it looks like right now. So I'm going to explain what happened. So with aluminum brazing, you're supposed to heat up the surface and then kind of scrape the brazing over it. Well, when I started doing that, this aluminum here is so thin that it basically started to melt the actual tank aluminum. It's really difficult with aluminum to get, you know, it not to break through when you heat it up like that with a torch, but the brazing needed to be that hot as well, so it just made for quite the mess, and the hole ended up actually getting about that big. So I threw this patch over, it's just an aluminum plate, and I tried to heat it to the tank, and it was working for a little bit, and I used the brazing to kind of weld it around it, but there's still minor holes that I can't even see. I tried to fill the tank with just water and it still leaks, so I kind of gave up on this tank basically. I mean, it's such a big patch right now, and if I keep trying to add to it, I think it's just gonna be kind of chasing my tail at that point. So I did get the pull starter ready to go here, so we're good on that. But what I ended up doing is we're just gonna run a traditional gas tank on the bike. This bike used to be an electric pocket bike, so this hole right here was where you would charge the bike up. So what I did is I just took the gas tank off of the pocket bike run stand, stuck that in there. I did have to make the hole a little bit bigger, but that was no big deal. And basically this is gonna sit on the bike just like this. That's not fully lined up, but then I made a wood block right here because the tank does sit on the frame. You know, it's not gonna sit flush like it did before, so I made this block to kind of create a spacer. I did have to notch it out a little bit because I have an engine mount right here, but yeah, this will basically just bolt down to the original hole, and then my fairing will probably bolt somewhere about right there, and yeah, we should be good to go, just like how it was before. I'll connect our gas line right here to the previous spot, and this tank will just pretty much be for show. Obviously, you know, I'll end up repainting this or doing whatever with it. When I maybe can find a replacement tank, I can just do that, because this thing is just completely toast looking. I mean, it just is really bad. But yeah, I think we're gonna be in luck and we'll be able to ride again. So this is looking up again. So there you have it, guys. This bad boy is running again. So you might be able to tell in some of the clips for those OG followers, but it is still cutting out a little bit on the top end. That was happening since we installed the FMF pipe on it, but yeah, now I just need to kind of look to improve that. It would still be so nice if I could somehow get an expansion chamber small enough to fit right in there, because there isn't really an expansion chamber. It just pretty much links up right to the motor down there. But yeah, it's not too bad. I just have a wood screw into the fairing right here. That could also be improved, and this part is a little bit loose because obviously the gas tank isn't buckled down to the frame at all, so there's nothing really holding the front end down up here. But yeah, I mean, now all my bikes are running again, and that's kind of what my goal was with all of this. So we got the NOS Pocket Bike 2.5 still sitting here. I am still looking to electric swap that. The X7 is still here, and the Pokemon bike right over here. I'm just so glad that I don't even have to think about this thing leaking anymore too. We're just not even using it at all. I can always clean it up. I mean, it's kind of got a cool look to it like that, honestly. Brings some character to it. But yeah, I just hooked up a fuel filter right there. The line just goes the same way, but yeah, pretty cool, guys. So yeah, all that's left is I really do want to fix that top end issue, because it is really irritating when you get to the, you know, full throttle and it's kind of cutting in and out as if it's running lean almost. But we do have it running again. It's not even as loud as I remember it. Usually I would take that to the airport, but yeah, neighborhood runs weren't even a big deal. I remember it being way louder, but usually we did run that in the winter time, so sound is louder in the winter, thinner air and everything. But Hope you guys enjoyed that whole journey. It was definitely a long one, and I'm glad I kept to it though, because it seemed to pay off pretty well. So appreciate you guys watching. Check out NOS Pocket Bike 2.5 if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.